So the next tool we have for you is DistillFrame, and this is one more open source tool built by the government of Alberta to help us undertake a wide range of analysis on any sort of media, including image, importantly video, and also audio. Now this is a great tool because often when we're doing business requirements gathering, we can take a long video stream, whether it be a video call or a screen capture of an end user's product, and we can walk through, listen to their voice, and then capture key elements of their screen. So to start off, we're going to come in and look at the kinds of analysis that we want to do. And I'm going to do one that's kind of fun. I'm going to do a film analysis. So we can pick categories of agents, and we are going to deploy multiple agents at the exact same time to analyze every frame of a video. And we can come in, we can pick our media, whether it be image, audio, or video. And I'm going to pick a video. And I thought it would be fun to pick a clip out of the trailer for Taxi Driver. And so here we can scrub back and forth through the video. Now this media is kept on your own device in the browser. It doesn't need to be uploaded, but we're going to create some snippets. And I have 4 agents here. One is a director of photography agent. One is a lighting analysis agent, and one is a wardrobe designer agent. And I can select those agents, and every single frame that I extract, I can clip out that frame, and it's going to do the analysis on all three. All 3 agents are going to do the analysis at the same time, and we can see these captured frames below. So let me just go through and capture some content here. We'll get something with some different characters, extract that, extract here, here, and here. So we've grabbed some frames out of here, and now every agent, every time I click extract, every agent is analyzing that frame. So if I click on this frame, we have the agent output. Now this is the raw output, so you can see that this is the viewpoint from the director of photography. So there's a deep analysis on lighting setup, techniques, mood, tone, color palette. Down below, we've got a detailed specific lighting analysis utilizing a 3-point lighting scheme, etc. And then down below, we actually have the raw output for the costume design. So we can have describing the jacket, the trousers, the shirts, and the cotton blend and crisp. So it has a clear description of all those. And you can build as many analysis agents as you want to analyze every single frame. And then you can go through, and as you click on each frame, you can see that there's a deep analysis on every single frame here completed. And then we can scroll down to the bottom, and we can tie all of those together through a simple analysis. So I'm going to pick our screenwriter. I'm actually going to have a screenwriter agent tie everything together, and it will write a full analysis based on all of those frames. It will integrate them into a detailed analysis on the cinematography that is used here, the design. So here it says we've got several key frames from Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver. They have these quiet moments of introspection. They talk about the character dynamics, the dialogue and subtext. They talk about world building, action, blocking, tone, thematic elements. They have stylistic influences as well. So they talk about what might have been Scorsese's influences on the film noir genre. And so we can do as many analyses as we like using different agents. We can also do an advanced analysis. And so let's have a look at that. Here we can write our own prompts. So write a detailed analysis of the wardrobe styles used in these frames. And here in advanced analysis, I can either pick a frame, which will bring in all of the agents that have analyzed that frame, or I can even just pick in an agent, and that will bring all of the frames. And so I can really quickly analyze this information, and I can run an advanced analysis. And what's going to create is just a very detailed view into the wardrobe design. And so when we read that analysis, we have a full breakdown of all of the costumes here. We have detailed observations, historical context from the 1970s. We've got a comparative breakdown, the symbolic interpretations, etc. So there's a detailed analysis there just on the wardrobe piece as well. So what's cool about this is, I've used this example from Taxi Driver, but we can bring in videos that are business oriented, we can have somebody walk through an hour of an existing legacy application. We can make those screenshots at every single key moment. We actually have the transcription there for every part of it. So as people are talking, you can see the transcription is changing down below. And then all of that can be tied together into the analysis. And so imagine we could build a database model, we could build a user interface, we could build a detailed specification, all from video, and then take away everything that we need in the analysis. So let's start off with a new session. This time we're going to bring in our web analysis tool. We're going to add those agents in there. And we might also make a new agent here. I'm going to call this one structured data analysis. And I'm going to give it a system prompt. I'm going to say, return your results in JSON of all the structured data fields you see. And I'm going to say, find and analyze every form or web field you would see and create a structured data object for each element that is an intake field. So we'll do that. So we'll save that agent. So I built a custom agent. So let's have a look at the New York Tech Week website. So we've got the video. I can scrub back and forth through this video here. And I can turn on my UI descriptor agent, my style descriptor, my purpose analysis, and my structured data analysis. So let me turn on all those. And I'm just going to start creating snippets. So let's take the front page. Let's scroll down to the featured events, extract that. Let's have a look at the calendar, extract that. We'll see some of the events here. We'll look at the submission form. So let's capture the whole submission form. And let's go over here and capture just the rest of the website, extract that frame. And I think that's it. We got the footer at the bottom. So we've extracted out these frames from the web content. Each of them has an analysis based on those 4 agents. So they actually have 4 analysis sections here. And let's see what we're able to create through our business analysis agent down below. So if I pick the business analyst and I generate a business analysis, it's going to read all of those frames. It's going to read the full analysis done for each one of those frames for each of the agents. And it's going to provide this kind of overarching business analysis. So here it is. So this document outlines the specifications for the website based on the screenshots provided. Talk about the objectives of the website, the layout specifications, the home page, event calendar, city-specific pages, registration, etc. It talks about the header, the footer, the buttons, the forms, the feature specifications, and the typography, user data, non-functional requirements, assumptions, constraints, stakeholder considerations, and down below has some strengths and weaknesses. So it's done a full analysis just on the video that we did off of the Tech Week website. And finally, let's go in and let's make our own analysis. Provide a comprehensive spec from all structured data fields. So let's fix that. Let's just pick the structured data analysis. And we will run an advanced analysis here, and we'll see all of the structured fields that were able to be collected off of the video as I was parsing through it. And so here are all of the different data elements. So what do we have here? We have inputs, we've got the forms, the text, the event title. So it has all of everything we asked for: the event element type, the name, the label, the type, the required. It's gone through and parsed everything, contact element, etc. And what's cool about it is we can actually take this now. We can just hit download on this analysis. So let's go into something like Grok and say, build me a SQL Server table to house all this form data. And now we can just, from browsing the website, we can immediately start to build out a table definition and specification that's going to capture and store all of the information that we're collecting there. based on the field types. It's going to pick the correct data types, and it's actually going to build out the table that we had here. So this is just the everything capturing from the intake form. And there we go. We can build a table, and we can put some indexes on it, and we can pick the right data types and things like that. So that's how you go straight from a video right into a productive workflow where you're building out the database object, for example. You're storing the data, and you just did that literally from a few frames of the video, just watching it through. So that's a quick example of using DistillFrame for business analysis. There are an unlimited number of use cases here for DistillFrame. We would love to hear from you. The code is open source. Check it out in the link provided, and we'll go on to the next demo.